Hey, what's happening, guys? Well, I just stumbled into this really awesome player I've been watching and viewing for a while. His name is RCHIZZLE9 is his YouTube name. I'll be giving a link in the description as well. My narration on a live battle didn't go so well. 6 dislikes. That got me thinking. Well, I had to step it up. So I fixed the quality of the video, I hope. Note this is recommended to be viewed only on full screen because I'm using a regular webcam in the actual game itself. Never mind that. Okay. I'm going to give you the lowdown before the battle. Just so you know, this team that RCHIZZLE has here, basically he puts swag in front of his, insert swag in front of the name and just add the rest of it. Well, anyway, this guy swagged me to death. I was so confused. I was so swagged up. Okay, so here we go. Trying out my new mixed tier baton pass team. But unfortunately, it didn't go so well for me. But let's see what happened. Okay, he sends out a swaggable eye. Okay. He uses the swagger. But I wasn't sure what to do at the time. Because confusion can be... It's like a gamble. Confusion is like a gamble. Okay, I beat myself up in confusion. Alright, I wasn't sure what the Sable Eye had because he didn't use it too much. Even though I got swept, the battle did last really long. Okay, so he Will-O-Wisp, avoid the attack, and I try to get out of here with the baton pass and keep my stat changes without switching out. And Ninjask and Vaporeon are the only people that know, Pokemon, not people, that know baton pass. Okay, so he goes to the swagger. But the confusion really works out for him, but I didn't realize when I first started doing the baton passes, it passed the confusion. That's something I learned over these long battles and such. That the baton pass... So he's trying to KO me by hurting myself. But that wasn't the only thing he was planning. You'll see in a minute. Let's just watch. I get confused and I get hurt. But to me, that wasn't much, so I was kind of laughing to myself. Then he switches out a Sableye into Magneton. It helps with raising his special attack. But that's what I thought. But I tried Baton Pass, just to think of, since my acid armor was already enough and had max attack, so I sent out Slacking here. This thing, if you use him right, he's pretty good. But unfortunately, this Magneton was a big deal. I wanted to get rid of this thing at first, but I just realized it wasn't the whole problem. I just realized that. The confusion was the problem. The sub-swagger combo. That's a lot of swag, I'm telling you. Okay, so I get confused. Again. This guy really loves to confuse people. But that wasn't his only goal. I figured breaking his sub would do enough. But little did I realize that Truant ability has that, thing going on. So a substitute. So we were all subbing. We were subbing a lot this thing. Subbing. Subbing. Sub. Subbing on YouTube. Okay. So I'm slacking off again, like slacking does. And I'm hitting myself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Okay, so I hit myself. He uses the Scald in hopes of getting a burn. And he does succeed. Not the first time, but the second time. I figure using Slack Off would help. But little did I realize that slack off was just as he predicted. I used to slack off thinking to myself, well, I should recover enough health, but I think burn takes 1/6 of the health or 1/8. I think it takes 1/6. Yeah, I think it's something like that. 1/4, 1/6. Okay, so I truant again. That's a bad thing. Now he can finish me off because of the truant. Now you see why truant's so bad. Then the earthquakes and the burn adds to it. Okay. Now I send out my Vaporeon. Thinking the only move he have is Scald, but I'm so stupid. He has the earthquake, but he for some reason switches out. Okay, so he sends out his Jirachi. I start over using the acid armor. Okay. And hence his name Swaggerachi. He's of course going to use Swagger to raise my attack. I'm like, haha, my attack increased. But you'll see later on what he does. He's maxing my attack. And he knows I'm just going to max my defense. He knows I'm just going to max my defense and increase my stats. And he was a pretty good sport. Oh, a little lag there. I do apologize. Okay. So anyway, I increased my defense innocently, realizing later, you'll see when I realize it, I'm like, hang on, wait for it. When I realize how dumb I was. Wait. Okay, I'm starting to think. Something fishy here's going on. Okay, so after the battle, I knew he had Sub, Swagger, Body Slam, and wait, what was it? Substitute, Swagger, Body Slam, and the Sight Up, which you'll see coming up soon. He has that Sight Up going on, and I didn't know this at the time. I was like all innocent. Oh, I was all innocent. But RCHIZZLE was just as creative, and I would have done an Iron Head, but I guess RCHIZZLE figured the Iron Head was kind of cheap, but he was hoping for the paralysis. And he's using his Jarch's ability, if you may not notice, or a lot of people probably know it. It's called Serene Grace, or however you pronounce it. Like artifacts, like lowering special defense or whatever. Sort of like Shaman using Seed Flare and having that accurate version of getting his, yeah. Okay, so he heard back to, well, that's how he figured out how to paralyze me, and I really hate paralysis now. I thought it would, like in the story, when you play the game. Oh, here's why I'm dumb. Sight Up. I'm like, oh crap. Oh no. He has all my attack now. Okay, so I switch out in a panic, and I send out a Zoomer. What did I just do? I sent out a Zoomer! Another one of my sweepers on the team. I'm like, oh no. Okay, he uses the Body Slam. This crit mattered for him. The other one on slacking didn't matter either. I just realized that because I was low on health. Well, anyway, both crits didn't matter because now I'm done. Just watch me lose. Bum, bum, bum. As I lose, I'm so innocent. He just keeps showing off his swag because that's RCHIZZLE's style on his team. And something tells me I should have brought somebody with taunt, like a Deoxys. But I didn't want to bring in Deoxys because I didn't see this coming. I did not see this coming. I figured they were all like, had different, and all, had sets like multi-TW or something like that. But this guy was pretty interesting. It wasn't exactly like stalling. It was just more like trying to gamble on the confusion. But I somehow managed to focus punch twice without using a sub. That's because I just realized the only attack he has is body slam. So he's just hoping he gets getting good enough for the confusion to kick in. So once my confusion hits, okay, now this is the part where I just oh, you know what? In this part of the narration, I just realized I was paralyzed, but then he critted me. Crits go by, I think, base stats. They don't go by your temporary increases. So basically, when a crit happens, your stats must drop because in the other generations it never kind of did that. But I really don't know how the crit technical logic works. But I use the substitute trying to get to outspeed this thing. But you'll see later that this doesn't work. You'll see. As I increase my speed, trying to increase that speed, and my plan was to do substitute, then to increase my speed enough to do sword dance. Problem is, my substitutes kept fading because my Vaporeon, I could do nothing about it. He already has his max attack, and I had I couldn't max my defense in time then. So my only hope was to get out of here and just go for Vaporeon and try to, in hopes of but now that my defense is lowered, now that the defense is set back to default now, because when the Azumarill died, he knows he got me. He got me. But he did say I had a pretty creative movesets about, which I was happy about. And I do apologize if the first version of this wasn't as good. It was because I was battling and using my DS at the same time. My DS is hooked. I have this really cheap thing. I'm trying to get a mount for it. My grandpa's going to help me with that. He's going to get me a special mount for my camera and some kind of mount instead of using my DS in a game box, just to mount my things together. But anyway, as I said about my Doramatan, which is in Japanese, I was really surprised how much his flare bits did. Even though I was choice banded, I thought it wouldn't do as much. Believe it or not, I did pretty well there. That was my best moment in the battle. I did a lot of damage in one shot. Although RCHIZZLE did sweep me here, I thought this was a really good battle, and I learned a lot from it. Don't underestimate the swag. I just learned that. But then I sent in my Regice. I was done already. So I was in hopes of coming back using the Zap Cannon. But I get the Paralyze, so I'm done anyway. So even if Zap Cannon kills, I'm kind of finished here. And my Zap Cannon, this was my horrible moment of the match. But that's okay. It was a great game, RCHIZZLE, and I learned a lot. Do not underestimate swagger. That's what I learned today. Yeah, that was a good battle with RCHIZZLE. RCHIZZLE 9. Yeah. Well, anyway, I just wanted to show you something. Although you haven't seen Yoshi in close, but I wanted to show you her real quick. Hey Yoshi. Hey Yoshi. Here she is. Isn't she adorable? Well, yeah, anyway, how about RCHIZZLE? Yeah, that was awesome. Let's see, what do I have to talk about? Oh yeah, I heard about this cool game called Kirby's Kirby Dream Man. Yeah, that's it. I saw this. I saw that game on the Nintendo channel. Oh man, that game looked awesome. I mean, that literally the graphics in that were ridiculous. I've seen a lot of Wii games, but this one seems by far the best Kirby game there was out there. I mean, I've seen a lot. I mean, I like the sword and everything, you know, the cool weapons and all that. Yeah, my Yoshi's just looking right at me. He's looking over there. I don't know. But yeah, that was the battle with RCHIZZLE. I need to think of a cool. Oh, I need to think of a cool way to end my videos. I'm trying out this idea. Oh, I know. That's how to end it. See you next time.